Have you ever done something nice at work, just once, only to have it thrown back in your face like it was suddenly your responsibility forever? That's exactly what happened to me. I brought in some good coffee for my coworkers, just 3 times in 6 months. A kind little gesture. But instead of gratitude, one coworker decided to turn it into her own personal entitlement program. And when she finally insulted me in front of the entire office, that's when I decided enough was enough. If you've ever had someone take advantage of your kindness, you're going to love how this story ends. Hit that like button, subscribe to Sweet Revenge Tales, and get ready for a story that proves one thing. Sometimes the best brew is karma. I'll admit it, I love coffee. Not just like it, not just tolerate it. I love it. I'm the kind of person who actually looks forward to mornings just for that first sip. Now, at my office, they supply us with coffee for free. Don't get me wrong. It's generous of the company. But let's be honest, it's not great coffee. Honestly, it tastes like it's been filtered through somebody's gym socks. Still, it gets the job done and nobody complains. But every once in a while, I treat myself and my coworkers. I bring in some premium ground coffee, the kind that actually smells heavenly while it's brewing. I even brought in a couple flavored creamers. I brewed a big pot for everyone. And for those mornings, you'd think we were all sitting in a cafe. People smiled. People complimented the coffee. It felt good to share. I only did it 3 times in 6 months. 3. That's it. But one person decided to make it her personal business. Let's call her Janice. Janice wasn't a terrible employee, but she had this way of making everything transactional. Never said thank you, but always made you feel like you owed her. The first time I brought coffee, she was practically gushing over it. But the second time, she started hovering near the coffee machine, asking me, "Is this your coffee or the company's?" When I'd say it was just the office coffee, she'd scoff, literally scoff, like I was letting her down. Not the free coffee she was still pouring into her cup, but me, personally, it became her routine. At least once a week, she'd ask if I'd brought in coffee. At first, I laughed it off. I even told her nicely that was just a one-off treat. Don't expect it all the time. She nodded and then asked again the very next week. 2 months passed since the last time I brought in coffee, and she was still asking. It went from quirky to annoying to downright insulting, because one day, while I was pouring myself a cup of the regular office coffee, she waltzes up and says, in front of everyone, "So, still no fancy coffee, huh? Oh, I guess you must not have gotten your raise yet." The room went quiet. A couple coworkers looked up from their desks. I froze. My face got hot, my chest tightened, and I swear I could feel my pulse in my ears. In that moment, I wanted to snap. I wanted to tell her, "Why are you projecting your broke problems onto me? You clearly haven't got a raise either if you're this desperate for me to bankroll your caffeine addiction." But instead, I smiled, and I asked her one simple question. Why would I supply coffee for the office when we already have it for free? Her smirk cracked instantly. She stammered something about us creating a coffee fund, like I was supposed to start a charity for her taste buds. Nope, not happening. So here's where the revenge comes in. The next time she asked if I brought coffee, I didn't just brush her off. I raised my voice just enough for everyone to hear. "Oh no, Janice. Remember? That was just a special treat months ago. But hey, if you want to start a coffee fund, you're more than welcome to bring in some premium beans for the office. I'd be happy to try your brew." Heads turned. People chuckled. One guy even chimed in, "Yeah, Janice, when's your turn to spoil us?" Her face turned beet red. She mumbled something, grabbed her cup, and walked away. From that day on, she never asked again. Not once. And the payoff? It was perfect. Instead of me looking stingy or selfish, the whole office saw the truth. Janice wasn't grateful for the times I'd been generous. She was entitled. She thought she could guilt-trip me into being her personal barista. Now, she drinks the same free office sludge as the rest of us. No comments. No scoffing. Just silence. And the best part? Every time I pour myself a cup, I catch her sneaking glances, like she's wondering if I'll ever bring in the good stuff again. But she won't dare ask. So what did I learn? Sometimes setting boundaries isn't just about saying no once. It's about saying it loud enough for everyone else to hear. People like Janice only stop when their entitlement gets exposed. And honestly, coffee tastes a lot sweeter when it's not laced with resentment. If this story gave you that warm, satisfied feeling, smash that like button and subscribe for more tales of revenge served piping hot. And tell me in the comments, what's the pettiest thing someone at your work has ever tried to mooch off you? Until next time, this was Sweet Revenge Tales.